Yep, 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 yep. Where's my damn water? Okay. Mm-mm-mm. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening. Thank you for downloading. And thank you for subscribing to this bonus edition of the 12 Kyle podcast. I'm 12 Kyle. Check this out. Um, I was going through some old podcasts, right? And from way back, a couple years ago. I mean, it's over 300 episodes of this podcast, which is still mind-boggling to me, but that's beside the point. Um, anyway, I was going through some old podcasts, and I remember that I did a couple of podcasts from the perspective of um, where I had a podcast where I had people email me questions, and then I'd answer them on there, kind of like a Dear Abby, or in this case, Dear Arnold. And I think one of them was called like Ask 12 Kyle. And so it was more like an editorial, me giving game or advice, or whatever the case may be. And I came across one that made me think about doing it again since it had been a while. So I was like, it might be something, put together real quick, a little bonus joint, little content for you guys. I came across this article, and the guy had an issue in the bedroom as far as sex, right? So he wrote in and said what was wrong and what happened, and they gave him some advice. Now, so I'm going to read to you what it was that he wrote, right? And I'm going to give him the advice that they should have given him, because they didn't give him, and I hate to use the word advice. Let's just say game. I'm gonna give him the game. Um, so it goes like this. The guy writes in. Let me see if I can find his name. Oh, his name is Failed Dirty Talker. Failed Dirty Talker. He writes in. I'd gone on a few dates with this girl, and we finally get back to her place to have sex. Things started off great. We were both super turned on and seemingly in sync with everything that was going down. All right. Then she took out a vibrator, started using it on herself. It was really, really hot until I said, quote, yes, be a good girl and play with your toys for daddy, close quote. She made this awkward facial expression and mumbled something about my comment being creepy. I started to apologize profusely and said, it's fine. It's fine. No, she said, I'm sorry. And she said, it's fine. It's just weird. It's okay. We finished having sex, but we weren't in sync like we were before. Things were kind of tense until I left. I sent her a few texts and she hasn't responded. I'm afraid it's because of what I said. How should I have handled this? How do I avoid this being a debacle in the future? Is there something I should text her now? And that's the end. And he signs off, failed dirty talker. Well, FDT, because that's what I'm gonna call you. FDT, failed dirty talker. Um, Let me put you up on game, man. Somewhere along the lines, and I don't know where it started, but the whole woman calling the man daddy. you probably shouldn't have said that. No, let me take that back. You shouldn't have said that. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because, you know, daddy is reserved for one person. I mean, like, now don't get me wrong. From what I've heard, because keep in mind, especially for those of you who knew, I've only had sex once in my life. So I don't this is just off the top. I don't know. Can't really tell you. I've only had sex once in my life, and there's only been one woman in my life. But yeah, unless she called you daddy prior to this event, don't ever reference the word daddy. It's not the best move, as you can see. So that's where you messed up at. My advice would be, or my game would be to you, is shut up. Don't say nothing. Sometimes it's best not to say anything. Let the mood be what it is. Um, I'm gonna go out on a limb. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say, FDT, you're probably white, right? And there's nothing wrong with being white. I know white people. I got white friends. So my best friends are white. Um, that ain't the move, bruh. It ain't the move. I mean, shut up. Don't say nothing. I mean, if you have a pet name, insert pet name, or just call her by her name, or don't say nothing, bruh. It, you make stuff worse, and you make it even more complicated than it has to be. So that's where you messed up right there, FDT. You know, you shouldn't have said nothing. You shouldn't have said, you know, be a good girl and play with your toys for daddy. I mean, she's already got the toy. So what do you what she don't need you coaching, bruh. I mean, like, come on, man. That was just dumb. I mean, I'm not calling you dumb, but that was dumb. In fact, you might be dumb. I don't know. But anyway, so you made a mistake there. Here's the key. Where do you go from here? From here, he did say we finished having sex, but we weren't in single. So at least you did finish. And I'm assuming that she finished and you finished. Uh, because here's the thing: if you finished and she didn't finish, mm, that might be a problem. Or if you finished and she had to finish when you left, that might be an even bigger problem. Um, yeah. So here's what you do. Here's the game I'm gonna give you. Other than shutting up, um, you said that you sent her a text and she hadn't responded. Don't send her a text. Call her. I know that this generation is a little bit different from the OG generation that I came up in. Where we didn't have cell phones to text people or whatever like that. I mean, you had to get on the phone, or you had to have game. I mean, I talked about it on this podcast. And even if you didn't have game, you had to at least fake it till you made it. You had to be able to use the mouthpiece to be able to talk. But yeah, stop with the text, bro. Call her. Now, if you call her and she don't answer, because you can hide behind the text. You can be like, I get to it when I want to, or maybe I won't get to it at all. But when you call her, and even if she doesn't call you back, leave her a message, right? Leave her a message, because that way you made the attempt. She can't say, well, no, I didn't get. She might, who knows? She might say, well, you called, but I didn't see that you called, or I missed your call. That can happen. But if you leave her a voicemail, she can't your voicemail, right? So that's definitely the thing to do. Also, if you want to send a text, leave her a voicemail and then shoot her a text. Hey, just left you a message. You don't need any more confirmation after that. If she doesn't respond, She ain't rocking with you, bro. Your comment got you OTP out the paint. It happens, man. I mean, but a word to the wise, don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. I mean, like, you let her set the bar as the DT, the dirty talk. I mean, I don't know what these young Thundercats want to talk for anyway. You let her do the talking. If she's enjoying herself, she'll let you know. If she's not enjoying herself, she'll let you know. Um, but yeah, man, that's my game to you. One, shut up. Two, well, shut up during sex. And two, don't send text. Call her. If she doesn't answer, leave her a voicemail. Then shoot her a text saying, "Hey, I just missed. I wasn't able to get in contact with you. Just sent you a voicemail." And then after that, she's gonna hear the voicemail. So when she hears voicemail, if she chooses not to respond, then hey, you already know what the vibe is. So failed dirty talker. Um, and I'm interested. I mean, for those of you listening, and for those of you who watch this on YouTube, because I'm putting a little content on YouTube now. Let me know if where he went wrong. I don't think I'm off base here, but I'll actually solicit the opinions of those who are listening and those who are watching, because I don't do that a lot. But yeah, let me know what you think. But yeah, FDT, shut up in the bedroom and don't follow up with text. Always follow up with a phone call. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for me. Thank you for checking out this bonus edition of the 12 Kyle podcast. Make sure that you subscribe to the podcast. This podcast is on all platforms. A new podcast drops every Thursday at midnight. From time to time this year, we will drop bonus episodes on Sundays at midnight. So it's important that you subscribe, because that's the only way that you're going to know that it's there. And like I said, some of the content now is on the YouTube page. Just go to YouTube, 12 Kyle. That's going to do it for me. I'm your boy, 12 Kyle. I'll catch you guys next time. 5,000.